Alright, and welcome back, everyone. Actually, real quick. Haha! Sound. Okay. Ha! Yeah, sorry. Wasn't prepared there. So, anyways, welcome back, everyone, to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. I remembered about the sound. Jabberwock, thank you for bringing that up to me. I did notice it in post. I was going to record yesterday, but ended up not recording because, well, I went to bed at 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. and I felt fantastic this morning. I got to sleep in, which really helped with a little bit of recovery. Hopefully the schedule kind of remains that way, so I have that recovery day. But anyways, we are back and we're fighting the Austrians. We've already got one good battle against them, and we've already secured a good lead in the war. Now, one of our friends in the comments, Matt, I believe his name was, he was saying something about Ukraine falling. This is not indicative of Ukraine falling, because if you come over here to Army Logistics, the Austro-Hungarians' Army Logistics was 40%. We knocked off 11%. By completely and utterly destroying that fleet. And if we can just do that a couple more times, their army logistics are going to fall to nothing. Right now, our army logistics is kind of trash because the relative size of our fleet and just how big of a country we are. So our army logistics are going to suffer as a result. Once we get more ships into service, it's going to be better. But right now, our logistics are crap because of that, and that's why they have the current advantage here. It's not a case of they're going to win this as I knock ships out and I blockade them and whatnot. Their logistics are going to basically fall to zero, and at that point in time, we're going to be able to hold the defense pretty easily. So I don't expect to lose Ukraine very easily whatsoever. Especially, again, as we keep sinking their ships and we can just keep knocking them down. We got an ambush. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully we're able to actually engage them this time, and they actually want to fight us. Because I'd like to actually fight them. Because, you know, fighting's fun. It's fun. Real quick, let's come over here to ship designs. So we have our, of course, our biggest ship, the Naval class. We're building 2 more of them, correct? We should be building 2 more. Yes, we are building 2 more in Odessa, and then 2 more in Vladivostok eventually as well, which will give us a solid position when it comes to our naval standing, and we'll be able to really exert a decent amount of pressure across the board. And what we need to do is we just need to get these guys. So these guys are not engaging for some reason. I don't know why. Let's see if we can move this way and beat them up here. So yeah, as you can see, this invasion has fallen to 0%. This one is only gone up to 9% from 8%, and then this, yeah, we're holding this easily. So yeah, we're holding the defense very well, actually. As soon as those ships in Odessa finish, we'll be able to. Well, actually, I think we might be able to get a blockade going. If we send our ships from here to there, you know what? Let's do it. Let's just do it. Let's full send it. Let's get the blockade going, because this is still the Adriatic right here. And so once we put our extra ships in there, that should fully blockade it. Especially if we can get these ships to engage this fleet here, which I think we can move up a little bit and still have the zone of control. As you can see, this this green circle that surrounds the fleet, that's the control radius. And the bigger the control radius, the more area you're able to deny the enemy. And so if you're able to blockade the enemy like this, and if we can just get them to engage, if we can get a single engagement, that will throw it completely in our favor. And at that point in time, it's a good time. So we got the Talon and the Mikhail Kutuzov against a few Austrian destroyer or torpedo boats. Let's see if we can actually engage them this time, rather than what happened last time where they just ran off like they did. Northwest. And then this time we're actually going to split them off from one another. Alright, so we started within very close proximity to one another, so that's good. You can tell by the fact that we were immediately spotted like that, so... And these cruisers don't have, like, terrible detection range either, so... Yeah, they're trying to run again. So let's see if we can get within range and just start peppering the crap out of them as they try to run. Nice solid penetration there. Ooh, nice. Okay, we're getting some good hits. This torpedo boat, his speed is going to be heavily affected. Oh, flooding on that one. Real quick, let's take a look. They only have a single funnel, so this torpedo boat's speed is going to be complete. Oh yeah, I could have looked up here. But yes, one kill for the Russians. 2 kills for the Russians. Oh yeah, we're having a good time. This ship is going to be completely horked when it comes to speed, so we actually should be able to catch it pretty quickly. So this is lucky situation. We were able to get a quick engagement off, take out 2 of them. Hopefully we can kill these last 2, and now they're turning to engage because they can't escape because this one's the division leader. So that 5th torpedo boat, he wasn't in this division, and because this one was the made the leader of the division, now well actually it looks like this one took over as the leader of the division, and now he's flooding, which is going to drastically reduce his speed, so he can't get away. So there you go. Easy way to engage destroyers and torpedo boats. Just get within gun range, start sending out rounds, and if you get lucky with some hits, you'll immediately be able to engage and destroy them. Exactly as intended, with light cruisers being the anti-torpedo boat vessels that they are. Ooh, torpedo spread out. It's not going to do much because he's going to sink. But, oh yeah, no, that would have hurt. That would have been instant detonation. All right, and then the last guy, he's completely gone, so we're going to go ahead and just tell our cruisers to disengage from the area. Took a couple minor hits on the Talon, but nothing major at all. So, yep. Very nice, very nice. So as soon as we can get the disengagement, that'll be good. Sinking 4 torpedo boats, that easily is kind of a good deal, because the less small ships that they have out and about and in our zone of control, the less we have to deal with overall. This is why destroyers are so important in a place like the Black Sea, the Mediterranean, and like the Caribbean and a few places like that, because yeah, you can kind of block it off, but these small ships, they're going to be able to get through because they're able to technically bypass the screens from the fleets that you put into position to blockade, and then they're able to get out and do some serious damage. Long-range destroyers, for example, are the immediate menace of transport convoys. So it's good idea to have that. Also having merchant raiders, proper merchant raiders, so like fast heavy cruisers or like small battleships, like battle cruisers actually fit that description very well. So we are looking good. Let's go ahead and get these guys down to the Adriatic so we can start getting this blockade underway, because as soon as we're able to get that power projection in place, we are golden. So real quick, let's check research. And do we want to set a priority for the rest of this? Yeah, oh, actually, we're almost at the turn of the year, so it doesn't really matter. So we'll just go forward. So we got an engagement, which is this is huge for us. So let's go ahead and kill this battleship with its escorting heavy cruiser. So we got the Poltava and the Zezovich. Well, let's go ahead and get these guys out this way. We'll keep this guy separate since he's so far away. Just get him into the fight. Alright, is he sailing towards us? Is he trying to disengage? No, he is not trying to disengage. He already knows he's dead. Cool. That's the good thing about our situation is our battleships are so much faster than the enemy battleships and their heavy cruiser design, that we are able to maintain contact with them no matter what. So the enemy has to engage us. They can't just disengage and run. So we're going to sail right down the middle in between these with the battleships. Just let the secondaries handle the heavy cruiser. And then focus our main guns towards the battleship. Let's just start turning those guys away. I'm like, screenshot time. If you guys are wondering how to do that, Control-Alt, Shift-Z to disable the... Oh, crap. This guy's got torps. Focus fire! Focus fire! Don't let him get the torpedoes away! Crap. I forgot that these heavy cruisers had torpedoes, because they're a gunboat design and should not have torpedoes, but they have torpedoes for some freaking reason. Alright, let's have these guys focus here. Alright. Took one hit, nothing too bad. Let's bring this light cruiser around and have him come back in to engage this guy. Controlling the flooding on the Poltava. So, yeah, the flooding's already done. So, we're looking good there. There's a Friedrich flooding hit. Let's see if we can get a few more of those boys. Time for another screenshot. Wait, was that was a 4.9 overpin. That's funny. 4.9 overpin, and it just did no damage but got the flooding. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Interesting. Okay. I didn't hit the wrong button, but I wasn't expecting that to do that much damage. And then I got a dud on the Klagenfurt. So, okay. Yeah, losing a cruiser. It's okay. Cruisers are meant to die. Alright, let's actually kick these down. It's 7.5, right, for these guys? Yeah, 7.5. Let's kick it down to cruise speed. And let's just let the guns sing. Now, because these are older pre-Dreadnought design that's more tuned for broadsiding, this is kind of a problem because he's moving away from us and we're not able to get good consecutive hits with our main guns. Even though we're technically crossing his T right now, it's just not as efficient, unfortunately. All right, let's kick up the speed again and go ahead and have these guys start maneuvering to attack. They're a very good looking battleship, but at the same time the broadside setups are mostly inefficient at this point in naval progression, because for those who might not understand, this game has a huge deficiency. So, like, for example, this is more what battleships were moving towards as time went on anyways. But they would have the ability to have smaller wing turrets. So this is where you get, like, oh, the main battery was 12-inch guns, but then the secondary battery included 8-inch wing guns and stuff like that. These hulls were slowly moving towards that design, and then eventually you get the modern battleship design that would come to fruition, and then that's when things really kicked off with, you know, battleships. Now, of course, then accuracy became king, and then, you know, well, we all know what happened with the Yamato, the Bismarck, the Iowas, so on and so forth, you know, as time progressed. We're still, like, 30 years off of, like, proper modern battleship design. Now, if our light cruisers could just start landing some hits, that'd be great. Ooh, nice hit. Nice hit. 9-inch round straight to the keister. Start maneuvering just a little bit more. And unfortunately, our situation here is that, again, we're in the era of low accuracy, so it just takes us so long to get these hits in. Which is kind of funny, because I see people actually asking for this era to be played more, and YouTubers just don't touch it. Like, the number of people I see doing 1890 playthroughs is ridiculously low. Like, I think I'm actually one of, like, 10 that I see. And there's, like, 40, 50 channels that are currently covering the game. I mean, channels that are, you know, actually putting an effort to give people information. Like, the bigger channels tend to avoid this era. I let these guys sail off, not meaning to. So come back around, boys. No, we're not ending the battle yet. I just need my guys to actually land their hits. Oh, that must have been a good hit. Because that flooded a lot. Wow, that flooded a lot. Yeah, that should put her down. Yep, there we go. Isaac Friedrich is on the bottom of the ocean. So yeah, losing a light cruiser, really not a big deal for me. They're a dime a dozen. It's actually kind of funny. A lot of people are super conscious about losing ships and whatnot. Your destroyers and your light cruisers they are not ships of the line. Your heavy cruisers, your battle cruisers, your battleships, are your ships of the line. Those are the ones you have to be concerned with losing. Your cruisers and light cruisers, they are a dime a dozen. They're meant to be lost. They're meant to eat the hits that the other ships shouldn't be taking. And as we can see here, with us continuing to reduce their capability to supply their army, oh, it actually went up 1%. But yeah, we've stabilized the front, so now the enemy is completely stonewalled and they're not able to do anything. They're still moving ships in places, and it's hilarious to see. Because it's like, well, you're not going to be able to do anything. It's like, you're not actually going to have an effect by moving your ships. Like, you should have stayed and fight and actually, like, kind of had a hope, I guess. Like, kind of had a chance. Real quick, let's look. How long do we have on these torpedo boats? So we have 3 months on these torpedo boats. This is our new class of torpedo boats. So these are the bigger torpedo boats that we built. So these are our 500 tonners. These are our 250 tonners. Same speed, but overall much bigger main guns. And then double the torpedo capability on the bigger version. These bigger ones we will hopefully be able to turn into mine layers. The smaller ones will be minesweepers. And there we go. Blockade is in place. We are officially blockading the Austrian Empire. So, this immediately will crush any hopes that they have of being able to actually do anything. As you can see, their military basically fell apart on the frontier here, and then we'll be able to counterattack as soon as those attacks are done. And if we come over here to politics real quick, if we look at their army logistics, their army logistics fell apart completely, and now they are, wow, 83 unrest. That is the power of a blockade right there. That right there is just like, mwah, so good. And now, even their capital grade ships are half of what they were, or almost half of what they were when we started. And on top of that, they have so few light cruisers, and we have the ability to chase them down. So that's a good situation for us. We're actually going to go ahead and I think we're going to queue up some extra ships as well. I think I'm going to queue up a few extra... I think I'm going to queue up one more series of Dreadnoughts to offer as a backstop for our fleet. So I'm thinking, yeah, six. We'll do 6. So 6 more Dreadnoughts, and we will put 3 of them in Odessa, and we will put 3 in Kronstadt. And then the ones in Kronstadt, they'll stay there. I'm not going to be concerned with... we'll set them sea control as soon as they finish. I'm not going to be concerned with having those ones come down here, and then we will have the other 3 join the fleets over here when they're finished, just to act as a further backstop for our fleet. So, so far the war is going well. This is actually a perfect position to be in. Like, across the board. Again, it might look bad in the beginning. It might look on the surface. But in reality, it's a great position to be in. right, so those torpedo boats are finishing up. I'm going to go ahead and I think I might queue up some more. I might just let it rest for right now, since we are at a war footing. Ah, another engagement. Ooh. Ooh, hello. It looks like that fleet that originally was sailing for the Baltic came back and is now engaging the fleet from the Baltic. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this one here so we don't have a longer episode. I'll just cut it 5 minutes shorter, and then I'll be immediately back. I'm just going to go ahead and record both episodes tonight. We'll be immediately back, and we will fight this out. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you next time.